Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Ryan and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we're going through the brand new MotoGP 17 game, what it has in offer, what it has to store, and what game modes you can get up to on this game, and what stuff you can do with your friends online and whatever. So we're going to start it off by basically just going on the quick mode, the quick race if you like, where you basically choose a rider, you choose whatever you want. So quick mode, you have Grand Prix, Championship, Time Attack, or Split Screen. So basically what you want to do, you go Grand Prix mode just to do one race, you press Grand Prix mode, and then you can pick what track you want. At the moment I've got the Red Bull Rookies category like selected, so I can only do the Red Bull tracks. So we change that to MotoGP, and then you can choose whether you want to go on an official rider or your personal rider. So I selected my personal rider, so you can pick whatever bike you want from the MotoGP field, whether it be a real one or your own custom liveried bike. So you can use a bike that's probably maybe top performance, and then you put your own livery on it, and then you race that bike. So as you see here, I selected the KTM. I'm going to have a look at what liveries that we have. So you have a Tissot, Alpine Stars, and an Oakley one, and you can basically hit that livery that you want to use, change the colours of the bike to make it your personal bike and what you want. So I'm just going to quickly go through and just show you guys what options that you have. So you have all these different colours that you can select. You have from white all the way to black. You have yellow, orange, blue, red, green, etc, etc. You have all these different colours that you can select what colour you want your bike to be, and you can do it in various different parts. The only thing that I don't personally like about it is that there is some parts that I would like to change the colour of, but I can't. Which is quite annoying. For example, I think it's the Alpine Stars bit, the black bit, I would maybe like that to be blue or something like that, but unfortunately you can't. You can only change various selection of colours, and that white stripe bit at the bottom where the DHL logo, I'd maybe like that to be black, but unfortunately you can't. So obviously you can select as well your real riders that ride in the 2017 class from MotoGP all the way down to Moto3, and then you also have the Red Bull Rookies and the historical riders as well. Now, one thing that I want to point out is this, the AGR bike. Now, in the game it has not got the sponsor in that big red spot, which is quite annoying, because I know Jamie wanted to ride it in career mode, but unfortunately because it hasn't got the sponsor on the bike, you don't want to ride it because it just looks so plain. So we're going through the Moto3 riders, and once again you can select a custom bike or your own bike. The one thing I really like about this year is that menu where you get to pick your bike. I really like that this year. I don't know why. It's so simple, but it's so cool. Right, Red Bull Rookies, obviously custom rider, you just go on the standard Red Bull Rookies KTM, or you can use the official riders in the Red Bull Rookies class all the way through, from Rory Skinner to Alex Vio, etc, etc, Sean Kelly there, and you can basically just select what rider you want, Dennis Onku. And then finally, to round out the selection of bikes that you can ride on, you have the historical. So you have your 500s, your 125s, your 250s, and then finally the 800s and the 1000s from 2014. Marc Marquez is in there as well in the 4-stroke. So 2 strokes, this is your 125s, I think, maybe, no, 250s, these ones. And then you can eventually go back into the 2 strokes, your 500cc's, the big bikes, the NSRs, and you can select what you want. So you can ride as, like, you know, Mick Doohan, you can ride as Jeremy McMillan's, Rossi, Biaggi, Ukawa, McCoy, Barros, stuff like that. Ride from the bikes from the past and rewrite some history. And then finally the 4 strokes all the way from 2002 probably to 2014. You have all the bikes. You have Shaky Byrne there from when he was in it. You have Zaus, Hoffman, Nicky Hayden from 2006, and sadly he's not with us anymore. And hopefully we can you know, do some more stuff on them bikes and rewrite some history at, like, you know, Jerez with Gibernau and Rossi and stuff like that. So hopefully we can use that in the next couple of videos on this channel. If we decide to upload some more gameplay videos on this channel, we don't want to turn it into a gaming channel, but we do want to do game reviews. So this is the championship mode. Obviously I was currently in the Red Bull Rookies, so you can only do the Red Bull Rookies calendar. If you press L1, you can then select, well, import the category calendar that you're in. So MotoGP, you obviously import the MotoGP calendar, and then I was just changing it around there so you can make your own custom calendar to suit what you want to do and what championship you want to do. So for example, when I did the Aprilia career mode on my main channel back in thousand. I think I did it on MotoGP 15. I was going to do it on MotoGP Valentino Rossi the game, sorry, but unfortunately I didn't have time to do that, so unfortunately I had to bail out on that and move straight onto this. So online, let's have a look at this brand new thing for 2017, co-op seasons. So you select new career, and then you select all your your lobby stuff that you want, and then you move into the actual lobby itself. Now, for me, co-op career mode has to be all 3 classes, maybe not all 32 Moto3 riders, because then that'd be pretty big, but if it could, then yeah, that'd be quite nice. And then you can only, it looks like you can only do your custom rider on a custom bike as well, so we can't even do, you know, what me and Jamie plan to do on our main channel, which is a shame. And it also, if you see there, you've got divisions, so it's almost like the FIFA co-op seasons. You race, you get points, and then you go up. You get promoted up into Moto2, and then you get promoted up into MotoGP. That's good, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want that as a co-op career mode, but it's better than nothing. And I'm not sure if that's something to do with esports, because I can't quite see any esports like stuff advertised anywhere on the game, so I'm not sure if that may be part of esports or not. You have to compete and get up to MotoGP. Then when you get to MotoGP, the top 16 on the leaderboard get to go into the esports at Valencia at the end of the year. So this is the career mode that I'm in at Jerez for the Red Bull Rookies Championship. And as you can see there, you basically get reputation points, and then you have to get a certain amount of reputation points to then unlock the bikes that you can ride on. After 2 races in Red Bull Rookies, you can see I only had 4 bikes that I couldn't go on, and then we will move. And then you obviously get your emails, as always. You get your emails to explain what's going on around you, what the team want you to do, and then as always you can check and see what's going on with the official championship tables there, obviously right up until Jerez, so they've had 3 rounds. Maverick Vinales leads. The same in Moto2, you can see what happens there. Rider standings, Morbidelli's leading 75 points, he's got the clean sweep. And then in Moto3 as well, Hijomeatman leads on 70 points. So you can see what happens, as you can with every game, or every MotoGP game. You can kind of see what's going on around you, and you can keep track of the championship. In my career, you can see your performance, you can see your results that you've had, you can see where you need to improve, stuff like that. And then you can also edit your guy, so how your guy looks, you can edit the colour. Say if you signed for Sky Bike and you need to change your gloves and boots or whatever to match the bike, then you can. Now, moving on to an actual race now. We're going on to a race with Johan Zarco at Le Mans, because, you know, French bike, French rider at a French circuit. I thought, why not? And we've got brand new cinematics on this year's game, as you can see in the background. It's good, I like it. However, I've had the game now for a day, and I'm already kind of getting a little bit bored of it, because it is quite repetitive. So maybe if they could maybe, I don't know, maybe just do a patch to maybe add a bit more different things. So maybe you can go up to a bike and have Rossi doing his dangle or something like that, just to keep it more moving and keep it more like personal for each rider, so each rider does their own thing when they go to the bike. In the background, I'm just going through the things. You've got your bike settings, and then here is a starting grid. If you've done practice and qualifying or whatever, if you go in session information, then you can go back and look at them results and see your lap times and see how much you've improved by over the course of the weekend. And then here's all the settings as well. I've turned the music off, that's why there's no music at the start, because on replay cameras and free cameras you have music playing, and I don't want that for the videos, so I've turned the music off. That's why there was no music playing at the start in the main menu, which is quite annoying, because I would like an option to have music on in the menu and then have a selection of movement off in the music off, sorry, in the replay cameras. Unfortunately, you can't do that, so I've had to turn all music off. So here's the go on the bike, getting ready now. As you can see, the official MotoGP graphics for the grid, and the front row is Rossi, Vinales, Marquez. Then you can just see all the other riders with the official photos and the official graphics that they use for MotoGP, which is nice that they're using their official graphics and not the graphics that they made last year. And obviously another cinematic on the grid, Valentino Rossi there, Maverick Vinales, and then Marc Marquez would have been there, but I skipped it just to get on with it. So I'm going to leave you to listen to the bikes and listen to, you know, the improvements that Milestone's made, and I will catch up with you after the race. Okay, so as you can see, there has been a lot of improvements in terms of the sound of the bike, which is really good, because all of the previous years the bikes have not sounded the best at all. Now you see that I was only 6th position, a 131.6. Now the AI in this game, they're very hit and miss from what I've seen. In practice and qualifying, they are ridiculously slow, but in the race they seem to be better. Like, I was on pole in a Red Bull Rookies video that I made. I was on pole by 0.8 seconds, and then in the race the lap time would have actually only been I would have only been on pole by 0.2. So the AI definitely faster in the race. If they can do them lap times in the qualifying session, then we would definitely be in with a shout of a very entertaining game with some really cool AI. Now, there's that stuff in the background. That is start of the manager mode. When you open that up, you get that. I'm not going to play it all because obviously copyright strikes with Dorna and that. I don't want to get any for this video, so that's a bit of a shame that we can't play it all, but you get the idea of basically what it is. It just goes through each rider and each bike. So here's the manager mode. You basically select what bike you want. We're going to select the Mahindra because the Peugeot, let's be honest, is not the best. So we're going on Mahindra, the bike that Bagnaia won a race on last year at Sepang, and we're going to hopefully go through. Yeah, we're going to go through what different liveries that you can have on the Mahindra. I see there's a brand new sponsor now involved, X-Lite. I've not seen them yet, so I've made my livery for the bike. That's just going to be the one that I've very quickly done just for this video, and we can go and see what happens. So we've made that livery looking quite swag, and then we're going to confirm that change eventually. Yeah, we're going to confirm change, and then we can have a look and see what happens. Now, I got a little bit confused here because I've seen videos of people on manager mode. They've had their own AI teammate, so I was trying to find out where I could add an AI in, and unfortunately I couldn't find it. So I don't know if you can't do it in your first season or if you have to wait or what, but unfortunately I couldn't find it anywhere. So emails, again, it's the same thing as career mode really, just keep you up to date with the things that are going on, or you know, the things that you have to do throughout the weekend. Obviously there is your PR stuff, your photo shoot that you have to do once you get up there. So that's really cool how they've added it in to kind of give you that feeling of, yeah, okay, I'm a manager now, I have to do the real things that they do. So I'm just going to do the wildcard race that you have to do at the end of the what would be the 2016 season, and then you go out in the 2017 season to do the full season. So once again, I'm going to leave you to listen to the bikes, and I will speak to you once again at the end where we will eventually wrap up this video. Alright, so we are back and we are about on the final lap. And as you can see, we are currently fighting for about 13th, 14th position. So, yeah, Moto 3, the bikes sound absolutely incredible. Moto 2, they sound even more incredible. But unfortunately, I just didn't have time to add an extra Moto 2 clip in here. So I will be I probably upload a video that I recorded a few days ago. Oh, well, I say a few days ago, yesterday, to upload on this channel. I'll probably upload it on here just so you guys can listen to the sound of the bikes and see what goes on. So basically, yeah, that's MotoGP 17. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I would I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Everything's so good. The bike physics, it feels like the bike physics. It feels like, you know, the bike is, you're in control of the bike. It doesn't feel like the bike's in control of you, which sometimes on MotoGP Valentino Rossi the game, the bike felt really fake and really arcadey, and I just didn't really like that. So that's basically the improvements that we made. I give it an 8 out of 10 simply because of the AI. They're very hit and miss. If the AI was very strong, easily a 10 out of 10. So let me know if you've got the game down in the comments below and you're on PS4, because we might be organising a HMSGP League that we might be doing very, very soon. We're just going to try and confirm it with Jamie and a few other people that might get involved if we need them. And hopefully we'll be able to bring you some news on that. And like I said, that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and we will see you guys next time for a brand new video. Until then, guys, goodbye.